Nah, you get to a point where so only the beginner stuff is going to come with the radio. Once it gets more advanced, like second or third kind of plane, they assume you're already in the game with something. So most computer radios will hold a multitude of different models. So it's not like you have to have a different radio for every plane. Like a good radio, like this one's $300, but it'll hold more planes than I can store. It's the golden age. I mean, it's never been better. I mean, this thing's got retracts and stuff, and some of the things I fly have afterburners in them, like just lights, and then nav lights, landing lights, things like that. Suspension struts on the retracts. This one doesn't. Usually, the smaller it is, the less kind of thrills you get. Oh, probably 80 some inch. This one's running on its 3S battery, so it's 11.1 volts. I've flown some 12S stuff, and it was, you wanted to be somewhere else. Like it had brakes and stuff like that. So you go to a dedicated field for it. But I just got done with lacrosse with a kid. I'm not far from here. It was like, let me crank a maiden off real fast. Yeah, I can chat and all right. Flat mix seems pretty okay. Hey.
I mean,
Fun. And then there's technology in them now that makes it like really easy for all kinds of folks. So like this has a stabilizer in it. It just buffets it, it just smooths it out. But I can still, do whatever. But if I flip the panic switch, it writes itself. It flipped it back over on its own, and now I'm in this what they call safe mode.
We'll just let it play, but I'll shut it off. The volume. What's up? When you have to do it by yourself, and so I literally less than an hour ago is what that is. So I could not stand myself, and I took the PC-21 out on a maiden tonight. I put 2 flights through it. It was really good. Dude, there was a knife edge pass for these guys. The guys that stopped was it was a family, and they were pilots, like real pilots. So it was cool. I talked to him for a while, and man, I forgot my little mount for the hat cam deal, so I just set the GoPro on the ground. Like absolute great time, but garbage video, I'm sure. But I usually can make something out of that. But that PC-21, man, it's good. It's good. I flew it with 3S batteries. That's all I had. It was lacrosse all day, and then I finally got out. I was like, dude, I gotta fly because otherwise I'm gonna be an asshole all week. I didn't mean to say that just now out loud, but that's the truth. I got a new hat, but this isn't it. So the new one, it's at a star and then E and then S and then another star. And I got it at the Baseball Diamonds the other day, and it's for East Side. But I thought it'd be great if I just told everybody it was everyone subscribe. but the hat's too stinking small. So that's not happening. Here comes a landing. Yeah, I had to work that one a little bit. It was like 10 miles an hour or something. That plane weighs like nothing. But yeah, 3S 3200, way up forward, not where the battery straps are. I mean, the forward strap was on, but that was it. So anyway, I just had to fly. So PC-21 is amazing. And I'm in a new spot. It's not really set up yet, but this is where I'll probably be from now on. I got me a nice little spot niched out in the garage that I finished this in last night, and we talk about that later. But all the doorknobs and handles and bumpers and stuff like that's on. I still got to do some weathering and painting, like the light lenses and stuff like that. It's been upholstered inside, like legit. That's fabric on the seats, and Michael J. Fox is driving. But we can talk about that later if you want to. But yeah, that's what's going on. I got a couple minutes with it today outside, but nothing spectacular. But yeah, washes and weathering is what needs to happen now, because the chrome being shiny drives me nuts. So we can talk about that later. But yeah, fun project. PC-21 was killer though, dudes. If you ever wanted a PC-21, it's good. It was really good. I flew it at 100% rates. I put 2 batteries through it, and there was a police watching, and then there was that family watching, and then there were people who apparently were teaching folks how to drive there this evening. And man, one group parked right at the end of the runway, dude, and I literally was trying to edit up a thing before y'all came, and but I was cussing them. So otherwise I would have just played it. But yeah, parking right at the end of the runway. I mean, all I wanted to do was shoot touch and goes, because that was all I was going to be able to get out of my cameras. You know? Great bird though. Man, I think the 4S is going to be amazing. Super smooth, super quiet. PC-21. I don't even know what that thing is. It's probably under $300 at FMS. Links in the Discro. Great plane. Glad to get it out. I've been wanting to fly all weekend, but you guys know the drill. Family stuff. Always. So welcome to the Saturday night show. That is now Sunday. And we're in a new spot. These shelves aren't going to stay that way, and I need to put in another 1 or 2. But this is what it is. So how's everybody doing? We'll do a little bit of roll call. Jay Huff, Micro Crawler Man, Wild Bill, Eddie K, Boss. Yeah, it was 10 miles an hour. But that school I fly at, Tim Smith, Slaps, Mike SSI, Dad, Craig Beaven, Tim Smith, did I say that? Paul McNeil, Wrights, CBO Hobo. If I missed you, pop back in. So glad I got to fly something though. My word, dudes. This is dying to get out to Jackson RC, Lyndon Stewart. Yeah. What did you guys get to fly this week? Anything? Let me know in the comment section below. See, that window is to the laundry room. It's not even outside. I gotta get the lights figured out in here a little better. I'm not sure I like the paneling, but the light on me looks good. Table's up a little higher. I feel a little cozier. I can just scoot up like this and cross my arms. What's up, Airvexed? So yeah, lay it on me, dudes. I got my oval cars back here behind me somewhere. Yeah, I need to get it painted. Now that this thing's about done, this FJ55, I can move on. But I gotta I got it to where I could drive it today. And I actually re-tapped some holes so I could slide the bumper back so I could get the body to sit down better in my rock rails. Oh man, Eddie K, that plane's amazing, right? Eddie K got 5 packs through the FMS pits today. That thing is killer. So, you guys see Bobby's Monster T7? Jeez. T7s fly so good too. That thing's going to be sick. Absolutely, positively. A 2-meter PC-21 that was grass capable would be awesome. I have to agree. There's some planes that I fly that I'm like, all right, that's cool. And there's other planes I fly that are like, dang, that's cool. And usually when it's that's cool, I wish it were bigger. I wish it were bigger. It flew really neat. I almost feel like it could be a jet trainer in a funny kind of way for people. Yeah, it was cool. Francis, what's going on? So I'm chilling, got my coffee. Yeah, that T7 was sick, dudes. You saw him unbox it last night, probably. If you didn't, you can go back and watch it. Dude, I watched the maiden on that 1.7 Mustang. We've talked about those for a long time, actually, and he's always wanted one. I'm glad he finally got one. I'm not glad that I don't have one because I like it. It's a gentle giant, dude. If you want to, like he said it too, and it's true. If you want a Mustang, like fast one, that may not be it. But man, you want that scale business and easy to deal with it and land it and stuff. Holy smokes. I would say that's the one. So yeah, I have not built anything in here yet. I do have a couple planes in boxes, but I don't think I feel like it. I don't. And I really wanted to fly that big Troge, but it's like we didn't get back till 7 something. Charged a couple packs and boogied out to try to grab something on that PC-21, and I forgot the mount for I forgot this for the GoPro because I need this for the hat situation right there, and I didn't have it, so I had to set it on the ground. I was tentatively trying to get with last week we mentioned it, and I was trying to get with Bobby yesterday, but it was the neighborhood garage sale all day, and he was doing stuff. So no, it didn't happen. And the comic waves couldn't rained half of the time, Lyndon. Oh yeah, the beaver. I could spread out and maybe put that in here and repair that. That's right, man. I need to fix the I got a new cowl, prop, spinner, and foam tack and hinge tape so I can fix the rudder. Yeah. I need to dial in I put like different tires on it, and I need to tighten those up or something too, I think. Um, if I have hinges, I'll put some in it. I'm not sure if I have any. Bobby and I used to fly the dog fiddlings out of it. That's why it needs fixed. But that beaver's good. I do still have the floats for it. So that's my float plane. I have a dilemma. We'll have to crack a beer to make room in the fridge. What's up, Fred? Yeah. So what, man? What are y'all getting into? I saw a 4 times points promotion yesterday and 5% or 5 times points or something like that for members of the EVE Elite membership at Horizon. I don't know if you guys saw that. Uh, check that out though. If you're shopping and waiting on the stuff. No, I saw the thumbnail. What, the one where he got the airport, Eddie K? I don't really normally watch him. I mean, I like him all right, but I don't normally uh, watch him. Some of those channels I really like him, but they're doing the, how do I say it? It's almost like TV. Like I saw one of the videos where he was buying a helicopter. The helicopter was finally going to be delivered or whatever, right? And they strung it out for the whole time. It's like, just, well, did it come or what? Like, I'm not even sure I stayed on for the rest of the video because I'm like, dude, don't do me like TV. You know what I'm saying? I was on, where was I? Training for like a week. I was staying at a hotel. And I don't really ever watch TV, but I was watching The Mystery of Oak Island or something. And I saw enough of those damn episodes, they should have solved that mystery. But no, it was the worst, most brutal, lowbrow bait dangling that I've ever been a part of. It's like, no, they never discovered a mystery ever. They the secret of Oak Island or whatever. They never. I mean, I watched enough of it. I should have known what the secret was and the answer to whatever, you know. But no, ridiculous, ridiculous. So I don't like when YouTube videos do me the same way. It's like, man, come on. I mean, I understand retention, but dude, don't give me that mess. Don't treat me like I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? You put the milk at the back of Meyer in the back corner. I'm not an idiot. You're trying to, you want me to buy stuff on the way to go get the milk. Listen, you've only made me mad. I will only get milk now, even if I walk past all kinds of stuff that I wish I could put in my mouth. Don't do that to me. Jay Huff put a brushless system in his nephew's new Gorgon. It required a bit of frame surgery. $170 car became a $700 car in about 3 hours. I mean, as long as you, I mean, I hope you had a good time doing it. That's my thing. It probably woke it up quite a bit. As long as you're happy with it. You know what happened to me is I always noticed folks would get a brushed car and then they would upgrade it a bunch, and that's fine. But a lot of times they'd come back later and they'd be like, I should have just bought the one that had this, the hot setup in it, you know. Fred, you know what I'm saying? I can't even stand it. What's up, Andrew? Thanks, same to you. Yeah, bro. That show just made me mad, dude. Anytime you watch one of those kinds of shows on TV, and that's what some of that YouTube stuff reminds me. Heavy D or Sparks or whatever. Same thing. What do you mean? What happened? Nothing. They never got to it at all. You missed the news of them hauling out bags of treasure. Well, good. About damn time. They finally figured it out. I mean, these guys were whining about going broke the whole time. It's real fast now. I bet it is. I bet it is fast. Oh, boss. Okay, I feel actually better. Andrew, yeah. If you go to pilotryanmedia.com, the website should be linked in the description. But yeah, pilotryanmedia.com, and you click the AMain logo, you can buy Traxxas stuff there. And it helps the channel. You know, of course you can go to Traxxas Direct as well, but that I don't have anything with them. But yeah, it doesn't cost you anything extra to go through AMain, and it helps out a lot. I actually go through reflection periods every now and then in my life, and this last couple weeks, I'm a little bit like, man, I've given a lot to RC, and I'm not sure it was a great idea. You know, like I'm still here, but that's because I'm crazy. That's different. But it's like, dang, awful lot. I want to be getting the new planes now that I'm not tied to the anchor chain of the shop. But man, it is what it is. So Jay, I've used everything out of my TT02 race car that I had to retire. I got you. Have I flown the F14 60mm Gem? No, I haven't. I don't really mess with motion a lot anymore, even though you would never know it. Because you can see me all over their YouTube channel on older planes. But our buddy Bobby did a video at Dead Stick RC. It's all one word, Dead Stick RC. He did a video on the F14. Check that out. They could not get you an X-Max? What? They couldn't order one up for you? Get it from AMain through me, and it'll ship right to your house. I don't have nothing to do with those stores anymore, Andrew. Nothing. And I didn't have much to do with that one in the first place. Yeah. They should have offered you a special order, though. Like maybe they didn't want to pony up and get it, but they could have let you special order it, like pay ahead of time. Yeah, dude. Just pilotryanmedia.com, click the AMain logo or any other brand that y'all want to shop and do it. Do it. Thanks. What's up, Victor? That's it's not you, it's probably them, man. Who knows? Who knows, bro? What's up with that? I'm gonna heat up my coffee, guys. So, man, here we are, dude. I'm in my new little space. I can easily slide the table out, and I'm slowly. This was like a kid's playroom, but now that the basement's done, they're moving down there. Look at the zoom. The shadow knows. Ugh. Dudes, PC-21 was killer. I cannot. And I think dude wants me to do I'm on a little tiny table right now. Maybe next week I'll do the beaver. I just want to talk to you guys. I haven't made it to racing lately. Stuff's been going on. So you fired up a lot of pilots. Yeah, man, Francis, it's a lot of YouTube channels too. I mean, it's cool. Except I want the new stuff still. I mean, I can't make videos of it if I don't have it. You know what I mean? And I can't buy it all. I can't. Back when I had a regular job, I could. YouTube money was extra. Um, it ain't extra. It ain't extra. And man, y'all don't want to hear it. I know you don't. I can't stand it all the time with it all. I just want to make videos again. And I don't want to have to worry about that stuff. David, you haven't been out to the track in a few weeks now, nursing a back injury. Oh no, man. I know my buddies went out to somewhere else lately. I don't know if my short course buddies were there at the Granger track or not this week, but I wasn't. It's man, baseball, lacrosse, softball, garage sale, prep all week. I got rid of so much stuff out of the house though. Thank goodness. You know what I mean? So much stuff. But I'm ready to get I finally got this crawler thing done I was working on forever. It's done enough I can drive it. I just got to do it's weathering now. Andrew, it was awesome out there with you guys, and your crew, man, really helped so much. That's the best part of the whole thing was getting out there. I was out there for a week, and I had to make one stitch of video because I was working on that damn place with y'all. What a missed opportunity. Here I am in California, all the way across the country, and I didn't get a stitch of film done. Just, it's kind of the story of my life in a way. It's weirdly difficult. And I really need to quit. I'm not a guy that believes in that manifest this and that, but like I do think a little bit I need to shut up about it because it'll just remain difficult if I keep talking about how difficult it is. I'm Pilot Ryan and I fly trucks. I like that stuff too. They're small too. And I like real. It's same thing with the planes. I mean, I like real planes, but I'm not flying real ones, you know? And I like real trucks and I cannot lie, but I'm not working on real ones so much. I did get my grandpa's old one that we've done a little bit on. I'd love to have some projects and stuff like that, but you guys know how it is, man. You're holding down a real job. Even if your job's in the hobby business, it's still that's what you're doing. So anything else is super extra. And, I choose, it's all about priorities, man. So my kids are little, they still kind of like us. They got a ton of activities, and I'm the kind of dad that's like that. I'm old enough to be their grandpa. So man, I'm going to their stuff. But it doesn't mean it doesn't drive me crazy. That's why I went out with a PC-21 tonight. I could not even hold out. That thing would be so good with it. I mean, suspension, of course, would be nice. I think Dave Brown's, though, bro, would be really nice to quiet the PC-21 down. Full show. But yeah, the little YouTube channel that could. All right, dudes, listen, I am going to just let this roll a minute more and warm up my coffee.
I flaps when it's windy, but yeah.
You get to listen in on a conversation with some random passerbys.
Yep, threading the needle between the fence and the outhouse or whatever.
But they were pilots. Pretty crazy.
I mean, going fast is fun, but there's nothing better than seeing it, you know?
Let's talk about Neffy.
I just put the safe in.
Somebody remind me here in a minute.
Just because it just.
Wild Bill, tell me about your drums
steady it is.
in a second. PC-21, dudes.
And if you're flying in safe and you got crosswind and things like that, you still have to do your pitch and throttle, but really you don't have to worry about the roll. There's enough to handle when you're cross control. So to just have to mess with the rudder to, get your wheels lined up is nice. It's time to bring it down. I don't want to be in the way. All right. Full flaps. It's dead sticking now. I'm just pouring in idle power. Make sure nobody's coming. Goose it a little bit because I wasn't ready for that. Oh man, if you're filming it, let me give you a better one than that. Hold on. I got one more in it. Most guys don't fly flaps when it's windy, but I like them a lot, so I will anyway. Because speed's your friend, you know what I mean? If it's windy outside, it's a little more predictable if it's carrying some speed. You can tell the difference, right? A little more speed with half flaps versus full.
Did that show? Did you see it? That last one? Sounded good.
But I like them a lot, so I will anyway. Because speed's your friend, you know what I mean? If it's windy outside, it's a little more predictable if it's carrying some speed.
I just want to see it.
You can tell the difference, right? A little more speed with half flaps versus full. So there's Tri-Valley RC, which is on the way to North Liberty, about 25 minutes.
Yeah, fun. And you guys think of it that way too. Like if you're out and somebody stops, you're an ambassador to the hobby, So don't be even though it truly, now they weren't annoying, first of all, because they were pilots, but they didn't ever get in the way. They were just watching and they were out of the way. It was the folks who parked at the end of where I was landing, um, to switch drivers in the car and like watch for a minute. I didn't want to shoot touch and go. I mean, they were facing me like the runway. I wasn't going to shoot touch and that's all I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to shoot them with them facing me, going to be driving through. So I didn't. First snake of the year, says Wild Bill. What's up, Big Jim? Yeah, Craig. Yeah, so Neffy. It's the end of May. It's close. It's my hometown. It's the AMA. I'm planning on it. It's probably gonna be the only time I just get away, check out from responsibilities around here, and fly my face off, and hopefully stick a camera in someone's hand. I mean, that's it. Like legit. Get me with this stuff. Like the way I talk to those people. Yeah. I mean, I want to review all kinds of stuff, but I want to do like Aeroscout. I want to do the Decathlon. I want to do the Cherokee they re-released. I want to do the stuff I'm looking at that I cannot wait to get out. As bad as I want to fly the F-86, I wasn't going to take it to that little alley school situation I was in today. There's some jets though I wouldn't mind flying in a place like that, and I feel like the F-22 is uh, one of those that slows down so stinking nice. You can fly that son gun about anywhere. That was I don't have one anymore, but that was the only 90 millimeter I would actually fly at a little junk joint place like that. Yeah. So you guys practicing up, man, getting the rust knocked off and flying for real, hopefully, because the weather's starting to get nice where you live. If the weather is not starting to get nice where you live, you can always hop in Fred Barron's live stream on Mondays for Real Flight. If I can get Real Flight on my Windows machine, I need admin access. Then I would join y'all. What's up, Rich? What's up, Mark? Glad to hear you made it through. CTRC flying. What up? Does Viper 90 tip stall easy? It doesn't tip stall easy, but when it stalls, it definitely departs in a quick kind of way. Just don't get it too slow. That's the deal, Axel. And there's loads of videos on that beautiful bird. I'll finally be able to fly mine again since Bobby. I used to say my spars were in California. Now they're just across town in Bobby's like trailer or whatever. Did you get one, Axel? I hope you got it while it was on special. Or are you getting ready to get one on like point situation? Through Pilot Ryan Media, of course. Jeff from Lower Alabama, what's up, man? Michael Bear, talk to Kenny. Good. 549. Cool. So you saved a hundo? That's what's up. Oh, honey chuck. Dang. Yeah, I love that Viper 90, man. I gotta now that hopefully I can get a hold of them spars that he's got them. Mine needs painted though. It got roughed up when it went to Alabama last time. Just on the ride there, those boys. Gosh, I love this little truck. Leaf springs. It looks so cool. Yeah, just keep your speed up, man. That's really it. Find that stall up high. You'll see what I mean. It's some jets mush so gentle that you can't hardly tell they've stalled. You can tell when that thing does. Um, Wild Bill is asking what size milliamp battery in the Viper. You asking Axel or you asking what I like? I'll tell you what I like. I like big Vipers, and I cannot lie. I like 5000s in it. When I flew, anybody answer that one? When I like 5000s. When I crashed mine, I had 7000 in it, and it was totally my fault. Because I was flying too slow. Me and Bobby were flying formation. He was in a super lightweight 80 millimeter Sirius, and I was in the Viper 90 with a 70 in it, a 7000 in it, flying as slow as he was. I did it to myself, so I wrecked it. Rich, Fred Barron RC, he's in the room right now. Fred, you can put a link into your channel, but if you click his name, that ought to take you right to his channel as well. And that is Rich was asking about the real flight, Fred Barron RC. Mountain RC, what battery brand do I fly with mostly? The Spectrum Smart stuff. The Spectrum batteries, when I was working for Motion, I flew Admirals and they were fine. And then Roaring Tops and RC Jetworks batteries. But yeah, the smart stuff. Just because it's easy for me, and I've done so much work with them that they provide that stuff. So I just stay with it. It's just easy for the chargers and everything I have, and then the relationship that I've got or had. What's up, Rage RC? Axel, yeah. Micah says he flies with 6000, but I upgraded to the heavier 90 millimeter FMS on the stock motor. He liked 5000 as well. I like the 5000 just because it's plenty, it's plenty. Where's my big turbine jet? Rage, man, I can't afford one of those. Literally, man, I don't drive vehicles that cost as much as that stuff, like on the real. Nothing against them. I have filmed a ton of that stuff, though. I have filmed some really big, beautiful airplanes back on the channel when I've been away at shows and things like that. And the login password for the real flight room that Fred Barron does is 8675309. Yep. And there's a ton of folks that come and fly in there. You know what I mean? And I usually pop in and say hello. I still do not have mine set up though. which stinks. Yeah, I don't know, Mountain RC. I'm not sure. I mean, they've done. Yeah, I mean, they've got that MB339 big turbine. Opposite rudder when turning to help keep the nose up. You know, that's the thing about flying. It's like skinning a cat. There's 1,000 different ways to do it. Like, um, I mean, you're inducing drag on the airframe when you do that. But I mean, when it works, it works. When it works for you, it works for you. I feel like if you have to keep the nose up, you're turning too steep. You know what I mean? Like shallow it out and pull through. Yeah, Michael Bear. That's what I'm saying. A skid. You're skidding through the turn. But that's the thing about the models, man. I mean, they can handle it. The power to weight is nuts, right? It's different. But that's totally inducing drag on the airframe and skidding through a turn. Yeah, I think if that's a thing, then you're probably just too steep a bank or not enough speed. Mountain RC, like a 80 or 90, it would be nice. I think we're seeing a lot of small stuff though these days, you know, happening. I've hitting folks on price. What's up, Greg? Hitting folks on price point and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah. So what else, you guys? Yeah, I'm probably not building nothing tonight. I don't have any races to show you. Um, you were too steep or not enough speed. That's why you're stalling. Who's stalling? I mean, you can be in a condition that's not favorable and survive it. And my head says you're powering through that opposite rudder situation anyway, which is what you need to do anyhow if you are losing it in the turn or shallow the bank. Yeah, I mean, this little school that's over here by me, like I want to fly out. I got some hot, cool stuff I want to fly, man. But at this little school, I'm working out my small things. Fred. Dad, no, because I'm still waiting on the title on it. I got the tires out of it though. I need to get the leaves out of it. But I put all my rakes and shovels and stuff in it. This week has been complete prep for the garage sale. So we still have the Dodge Caravan. So I mean, the truck's fine for like one plane. You know what I mean? They're better if there's a cap on it, but I hate caps on trucks. So right now I'm keeping, I'm rocking the Dodge Caravan a little bit. But the truck's cool. I gotta rip that carpet out though. It stinks. I've been airing it out and everything, but it stinks. But I'm glad I have that truck. They tuned it up, but I wonder if they. I want to take a look at the distributor a little bit. Yeah, little vans. I've had vans before. I use opposite rudder often. I just finesse it a bit to shallow the turnout. Seems to work fine for me. On a model, it's going to, guys. But if you take real lessons, they're gonna jump on you about it. But on a model, it's fine. There's a lot of stuff we can do. Oh man, this ceiling fan is driving me nuts. There's a lot you can do on a model that you can't do um, in a real one. It's the power to wait. Hey, you need to go outside? Come on. Come on, doggers. But no one lets you out. Go on. So yeah, no diss. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where you can get away with a lot of stuff. The truck I got is a 95 or 96 GMC Sierra 1500 4-wheel drive. Yeah, it's a lot like the LS that I love so much from my father-in-law, except it's a L05. It's like a small block 350 with swirled intake ports and throttle body injection. No big deal. Listen, I don't know what any of that crap means. All right, sis, come on. No, you're staying with me now, fool. Come here. Come here, dude. Come here. Up here. Can you come here? Can they see you? Come here. Can they see you? Hey, right here. There's a dog. There's a dog. See her? There's a dog. She talks through her nose when she's like happy and stuff. She all like does this. Talks through her nose. Yeah, it's a good truck. It was my grandpa's. As long as you sound confident in what you say, no one will ever know you have no idea what you're talking about. True that. Jay Woody, that's more my style. I often use opposite aileron in turns, but never rudder unless I'm transitioning into a knife edge. That's what I do too. I don't do the opposite rudder, but I will opposite aileron all the time. If your nose is dropping in a turn, you're just going too slow. You're already producing drag. I had opposite rudder all the time in turns to keep the plane parallel with the horizon. That's cool. I think what we got to do is who crashes more. Add that up, and then we'll talk statistics. All right, dog, get out of here. Let's go. I know you don't want to be in here. Bye. Love you. Bye. We can argue about it. I mean, it's cool. Nah, it's listen, that's the beauty of the models. Whatever. She can be in here if she wants. Whatever works. There's videos of a guy from back in the day on the Freewing A10. And this is when everybody was talking about the bounce. This dude was greasing every landing. And this is when everybody's freaking out about the Bronco bucking bouncy landings. And this dude was like dead sticking every landing on this A10. That is not really the way you would teach anybody to do it. But it worked for him, right? So this is one thing I learned from RC groups a long time ago. Their is a more right way a lot of the time. But if it works for you, um, and that means to me consistently you can perform it, then who cares? You're fine. Do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is a good old truck, man. It is a good old truck. Brian Chambers, what's up, man? Um, I love this kind of conversation though, like literally. Um, whoever, no, nice setup. Yeah, Dylan, I'm out of the basement now. My mom finally kicked me out of the house. I'm just kidding. Dylan, we gotta fly, bro. Dude, I got some cool stuff. I know you want to rip it, dude. The FMS F86. Come on. She's a great dog, you guys. She's a great dog. She's not that old, but you know, the doggy years that quick. Is she hanging out there? She can come in here. Come on. That's okay. Come on. Just lay down or something somewhere. Come here. Come here. She's so good. She's good. You know, life is so funny. And the stuff you need is there. And it's actually so much more simple than we realize half the time. But you guys have heard about like how like this has been knowledge for a long time, like older folks, right? Like in a nursing home, they'll bring a dog in, everybody will love on it and pet on it, and it makes them feel better. It's true. It's science. It's energy and electricity stuff. And I know it sounds goofy, but it's true. Just like standing in the grass barefoot and junk like that, as goofy as that stuff sounds, I'll take all the good feeling I can get, man. Right, dogger? That's why I hug on my kids and my dog. You just chill. You're all right, baby. She's just hanging out because I'm talking. I flew today, dude, the PC-21. Hey, man, I did the right hand, the correct hand. I always get it wrong. This dude right here, I flew it right before the show. 2 flights. It was fantastic. It needs some quieter tires on it, but that's it. Dylan, good to see you, man. Man, you know, with the flying, you really got to make a plan. And I've been extremely busy with all the kids' sports and stuff. So, late family crisis, kids yanked the pole chain out of ceiling fan all fixed now. Oh man. Uh, it is about what works for you. Cool. I get it, man. Cool. Who practices low level rolling loops? No one should with sport jets that are already heavy in the tail. So, yeah. Only one time. Man, I'm missing out. I do. I was out this weekend with a bachelor party. Yeah, I get it, man. You're busy too, bro, and young, man. Like, go get it, get it. But when you're, let me know when you're not. Dad, what up? Thanks for the super chat and helping me get that truck dialed in, man. That truck drove like a top all the way home, dude. Guys, smash the like button, all that good stuff. Big Jim, dogs are wonderful and perfect. Yes, you get electrons from them. hugging tree, standing out in the grass, sunshine. What's up, Doughboy? I used to work in the office at a nursing home. My dog went to work with me every day. She went and visited every resident each morning. They loved it. Yeah, more than just I love looking at cuddly things or whatever. There's like literally good physiological things that happen to you because of that. That's why hugs feel good. You know what I mean? It's true. I didn't make this stuff up, man. I just pay attention. Just kind of the same way I know throttle body injection and swirled intake ports is the same reason I know other stuff. It sticks with me. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know what, but I conceptually, generally can fathom it. So Mark's Typhon is sluggish, driving forward almost like it's slipping. Is it the 3S one? Take a look at the slipper. It could need tightened up, or your spur. The pinion usually is fine because it's metal. It's the spur gears that are the first to go. So make sure you're not. Make sure your spur gear still has its teeth. You generally know when it's the spur going bad. So if your spur's in good shape, your pinion's in good shape, it could just, you need to tighten it up, the slipper. The 5-bladed prop was amazing and super slow, dude. You can change the view to mirror in the StreamYard settings. That's true. Let me try that. That's weird. So let me ask you this. That's crazy to me. Does it read east side though, or now it doesn't read east side? I'm just curious. So yeah, Mark, that's what I would look at. That's what I would look at. 5-blade prop is amazing, super smooth and quiet. What a great little lightweight flying plane, dude. Again, it needs some Dave Browns on it to quiet it up, but it was fantastic. And here's something funny. You guys will appreciate this because you love me. My dog gets scared of all kinds of weird things. She just got up because she's nervous. I don't know why. So I put the battery way up in the front on this one. And one thing I did, it's okay, girl. It's okay. You're so silly. You're silly. She doesn't like thunder and stuff either. You don't seem to mind the fireworks, but the storms you don't like. I flew without screws in my horizontal, and I want to act like I did it just to keep, CG on task, but that's not why. So I'll find some screws and put in there, but it flew fine without them, but don't do that. Use all the screws that come with the kits, guys. It's okay, girl. Relax. You're okay. She freaks out about stuff. You're all right, sis. You're all right. I'm done messing with it. You're fine. But I think it's like a 1.1. You're good, girl. You went out? All right. Well, go 6. So, anyway, I guess that's cool. It makes it easy. So that's my race car. So I'm right now every time when I do this stuff. That's nice. Let's see. Oh my gosh. How behind am I in the chat? Oh my word. Oh, the rolling loops, the green sport chat? Yes, Rage. Yeah, man. PC-21 from FMS, dude. Pilatus. It's awesome flying plane, dudes. Salute from Brazil, Rodeo. I am going to have to skip ahead to catch up. Puppy dogs and kittens. Good to look up in the sky at your planes too. Hey, Jeff and Fred, just checking in for a few minutes. All right, Dan Zimmerman. Did it made on the A4? It flies great and looks so good in the air. Great plane. Yeah, it's a neat one. It really is. That's a neat plane. Oh, you got the big T-28 Airvexed. Sick. I need to put the stickers on it, man. Still, I want to weather it up, dude. Eddie K did his. Made in the X-Fly SU-27. Says a greener shade of pale. Very cool. Fred Barron, thank you, man, for your message. Yeah, 5-blade props killer. All right, so I think I'm caught up. Fred, what plane are you talking about? Forest 4000, how to get it way up front on the PC-21. So I have the book somewhere and you probably can look up the manual, but when I set this up, I didn't do anything. So I left it at like 100% rates and it was fine. And it was okay with the flaps, but I did do my old standby half flap 11% down elevator and 22 at full down mix, and it seemed to help a lot. Maiden is nutball. Johnson 74th. What's going on? And Fred, I forget if you answered or not. What plane are we talking about, Fred? With a 4000, the PC-21. Craig, the weather here, it was chilly this morning, but then it heated up, man. I was outside all day watching lacrosse. Homie got another like 4 goals today, and then they haven't been beat yet. They won the championship last year. And in baseball, they've only been beat one time. And they're not even playing like they give a dang. Imagine how good they'd do if they actually got after it. They're all flat-footed, back on their heels in the infield. It's like, y'all, get sprung on, get it. Get after it. You know why parents and dads always holler so much at baseball? It's because, man, they finally learned how the game works, and they just wish they could do it. That's what it is for me. You finally figure it out. And so you want them to do it so they can do it well. Doughboy says it's going to be an epic summer of flying. I got the Micro Draco, E-Flight F-14, and the E-Flight F-86. Sick. Have only flown the Draco, and I'm waiting for better weather for the other two. Cool, man. I got to get me some 2204S. I want to fly that F-14. I still got one, man. The E-Flight one. And I haven't got it done. Oh no. Slammed my nut ball into the sounds like a medical problem. Into the windsock pole last week. Gotta find time to cut a new circle. And we'll be back in business. Let's get a pizza. Let's order a pizza. Dude, yeah. Man, he's 12. He wants a phone so bad. Not happening, man. Ugh. Not happening. Yeah, I cannot wait to fly some stuff that I got. And what's great about that too is then I can make some space too once I get done with some of it. I just want all of it though. I'm just not in a hurry to do it on HatCam, man, at all. Everything's always transition. There's always an excuse. You know what I mean? It's always something. It's always been something. Basement, whatever, kids stuff. You know, if you want to do bad enough, you figure out how to do it. Yeah, weather's good here. It rained last night and it was 10 plus miles an hour today and stuff. I was going to go earlier this morning. It was kind of windy and I knew I had to be at the lacrosse matches today. So I did take out my new FJ55 for a little spin on a trail. And that was it. Then I sat out there. Then I went to lacrosse and sat out there and cooked all day. I think 14 at the earliest, but that's just me. Yeah, I think we were thinking 15, but man. My wife's the one with the fortitude on that stuff. Cause I'm like, I don't know. Hey, here's a really cool comment on one of my videos earlier today that hurt my feelings. You ready? This was on the 1700 millimeter flight review shakedown on the Tiger Cat, where I thought I was just having a really good time flying this thing and talking about what was going on. I think cross control and things like that. Basically selling the plane. Let me know here in the emojis if you enjoyed watching that video and felt like, oh my gosh, I bet I can handle that because the dude just gave me the goods. So the comment is, nice plane. Your ego's out of control, however, says this dude. So I liked it and gave it a heart because that's what you do. Instead of feeding the trolls with some kind of comment, it's like sometimes I want to say, like, you know what? You're right. I quit. We're slacking on the surface side as well. Lots of scale details on a lot of rigging for first runs. Dude, you know those little 1.9 tires I was talking about that just came out from their BF Goodrich. They're 4.19 instead of 4.75, so they're small tires, but still fit on 1.9 rims. I have them now, and I need to put them on something. I'm running the stock tires and rims on this FJ55 right now, but I'm going to mount those up to something. So, Michael Bear, yeah, I think I really have fun. I don't know that I've ever been that kind of way. It makes me want to watch the video and see if he's full of it or not. It probably is. Yeah, it's totally lame. And you know what? Here's the deal. This is exactly why the kids don't get a phone or social media. Is because I'm a grown man who should know better, who played outside before the internet. I'm echoing now? No way. I didn't do anything. No. Anyway, the I'm supposed to know better, right? With the internet. And it's still that stuff hurts my feelings. Nah, it shouldn't be echoing. Everything's set up okay. Rage, thanks, man. I kind of didn't think so either. So yeah, moving on with that. Paul McNeil, not exactly sure. Not exactly sure. My only problem with videos is not making enough. That's it. I've taught a lot of folks how to do YouTube well, and if I were to take my own advice, I'd do better too. But it is what it is, man. It's so funny to live in this space where you have this expectation on yourself and the whole thing and stuff. And that's why I was reflecting on this sacrifice of it all, like I always used to say, like if I was worried about money, I'd have stayed in like real estate, like fixing up properties and stuff. But I thought, you know what? Let's go for what you love instead. Um, but that's a special bridge to cross, I mean, turning something you love like a hobby into your work or your income is um scary and not for everybody, for sure. Trolls be trolling without a doubt. So, man, you guys, hour and 20 minutes in. You're getting old when you grab a cup of coffee and it hurts you. Dude, my wrist. Um, yeah, Eddie K could be. So yeah, man, were we talking about Neffy or were we going to? End of the month, right? Muncie, Indiana. I'm gonna try to do it. It's close enough that I ought to be able to. Um, yeah. Even if I was working from there, I might be able to take my internet with me and do that. Um, Muncie, man, you know, camp out or something. It's always nice to camp out there and not leave. We'll send somebody into town for some meat and grill it up. Still got that Traeger. So yeah, man. Um, Shopping. It was you. What are we talking about? Twilight Zone featuring Pilot Ryan. What do you mean? Oh, the Echo. What's up, Boogeyman? Dad's got a big tent. We have a tent, and I always bring it, and I never use it. And if I'm in the caravan, I'll sleep in that son of a gun, dudes. That reminds me one time of the Timber Brothers. I fell asleep in the car, but I like left the lights on or something. and they were like trying to open. I was asleep, and they were trying to open the door to turn the lights off, and it scared me to death, and so I was gonna fight them. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. That was Bobby and one of the Timber Brothers. Fun. I love the idea of a big tent, except for the setting it up and tearing it down. I did set up last time. Where was that show? I set up a tent inside a tent one time. I think it was at Horizon Fest when you could still fly at it. So a couple years ago. But yeah, dude, you guys, Neffy, if you're close to Muncie, Indiana, end of the month, I think we need to make this a deal. You know, make this a meetup. Bobby's gonna be there. He says he's getting there, I think, on Thursday. Pringle can thrust tubes for Evan. That's right. Put some pickles on it. Mayonnaise. Get some of that. You know what I was going to try to do? Then you're going to the show, Dad? Yeah, man. Come fly something. I want to see how good my clip is of the truck. It's just a little drive-by shot. I'll put it up and let you guys see it. Nothing special. It's me goofing around, trying to get a shot real fast before. Yeah, what the heck? I'll send it to the computer real fast and show you guys. There it is. Receiving an airdrop from Ryan Ramsey's iPhone. Nice. Yeah, I'm anxious to do Muncie because I'm gonna bring my big stuff with me. I need to order those stupid connector things for the big, you know what I mean, T28. I don't know why this happens every stinking time. I've got this thing going on where this email opens up like I'm going to send one to a guy. It like auto opens up every time I'm doing this stream, and I don't have any idea why. Yes. I'm just trying to close some windows right now because I don't know what's going on, as a matter of fact. And now this won't let me get it off of here. What is that? No priority. Like, I sent an email to this dude one time, and now it auto pops up like all the bloody time. and I don't know why. I'm trying to show you guys one stinking clip, and now I think I've lost the whole bloody stream. Am I still here? Hallelujah. What's up, Fred? Yeah, airdrop. And I just like it's not even an email. It's one of our buddies here that I wrote an email to one time, and now forever it pops up like I'm trying to write him an email. I'm not. Okay. Nothing fancy. Just we'll let this play. I was in a hurry to go to La Crosse, and I just set up a little tiny tripod and wanted to get a pass. I don't think it's even that good, but this has been a long time project, and it's like finally this thing is out here driving. Marty McFly's a pretty good size in there. I need to get my Toyota badging on there and do my washes and some more of my weathering patina business on it. But the back, I started doing some pencil line stuff. Yeah. I think I come back fast in next. Mike Bird, thanks, man. Yeah, I need to slow mo that fast one. Yeah, not no rock crawling or anything really. Just I want to see the back of it again. Oh yeah, I'll pause it in some spots. Those lights need to have I got to put the colors on the lights, right? Like the oranges and the reds. And these are the stock tires that came with it right here, but I'm going to put some BFGs on it. Thanks, Doughboy. But I started doing pencil line work on where the doors would be, but my chrome was way too shiny. And then I got to do the colors, like I say, on the lights, which will hide where these holes are. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but I kind of assume you can. I want to do a little bit bigger tires just to fill the arches, but I'd be happy with just figuring out how to drop the truck a little bit. So I may be re-tapping some shackles and stuff for the what's up, Raymond Molina, for the leaf springs. But yeah, there's some badging and stuff that'll and this kit I went with the metal. Stop. I want you to stop right there. I got different bumpers on it, and I put the rock rails on it. And I did some sanding on my finishing, but not a lot. Just you can barely see a little bit of rust and stuff. But these lines here need fleshed out to emulate where it would open. But there's some badging that goes on here. The colors really did work out, like the off-white and stuff. What I really want to show you guys is a good shot. If I got one, I didn't from any of these angles probably, of the nah, you haven't seen the interior. I mean, it's sitting here next to me, so I can show you. Yeah. That's that. That's that. Which size are you trying to get? 1.9s? So Fred, they have two different 1.9s. They got the 4.19 1.9s, which are definitely going to be smallish, like those ones I just bought, those BFGs. Yeah. So outer diameter, Fred, make sure you get what you want. So there's like 4.75 outside diameter, and then there's 4.19. The 4.19s are small, like what's on this FJ, which you probably don't want unless you're doing something kind of different. What's up, Jason? Yeah, well, once I get the patina on the shiny bits, we can talk about this now. We're an hour and a half in. Once I get the patina on this shiny bits, it'll look way better. You can see the seats are cow print material. So, and it's real fabric. And I did the floor too. Now the back is like a tailgate. So it's hard to tell probably, but I've scratched and weathered the tailgate or the inside floor. And then the inside floor, inside is so where it's not cow print, it's actually gray felt. And I glued it down. So there's, you can see the back seats. The ring light is completely reflecting really hard. Yes, Doughboy, I did. This truck had to be painted on the outside, being Lexan. But there's a good, you can see Marty McFly. He was a good size for this. Let's see. Can you see the floor? The floor is gray felt. Yeah, RC 4-wheel drive. Iron Pig FJ55 leaf spring kit. It's got the Fusion 1800 in it and stuff. And again, like all these shiny bits, they drive me crazy, but they'll be looking better. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an iconic truck. I mean, there's not a lot of Toyotas like this. They actually have a Toyota like this that has the FJ40 front that looks killer, big old wagon. But yeah, guys, I spent so much time getting these all this stuff. You guys have seen it with the holes forever. So now I finally have my handles and my mirrors and my vents and my lights. I haven't wired this up for lights yet, like real ones, but I might do that. I think this truck needs, it's a trail truck. It's not much of a crawler, but you know, I did omit most of the leaves. I only have the big leaves on here, so there actually is some articulation for what it is. And another reason why I didn't mind making it as heavy as possible. But yeah, these are actually smaller tires, Fred, like probably 4.19 outer diameter, but these are like a 1.5 rim. But those tires that I bought are the same outer diameter, but they fit a regular size beadlock. So pretty cool. But I like it. I honestly wish it set a little lower, and I thought like if I could get slightly bigger tires in there, it would look like that. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, again, these are the stock tires, but he looks good. I had to cut his legs off. Um, but I'm pretty pumped up with the upholstery in here. I gotta tell you, the upholstery kills me dead and stuff. I mean, I don't have a weather seal on the windows. Like, there's a bunch of this stuff that needs to be black around some of the windows, and I still got to do my panel lines for the doors and things. And I just sanded it so delicate this time because I've done some trucks really too much. Oh yeah, double amputation for sure. Yeah, I'm running like a 5,000 battery in it. The chrome trim looks great. Thanks. I can't stand it being shiny. So it's going to get washes on it and like rust. Just like the rust, not rust like hardcore, but like rust where like at a fuel thing, right? Where you're going to see the paint just took a little extra beating there kind of stuff. I'm pumped about it though. I'm pumped about it. If the leaves weren't so curvy, yep, dripping like stains. And you know how like on his door, because you touch it all the time, it ought to be almost just a hair darker rubbing alcohol. I'll try that. But you know where you touch it all the time, if something's rusty or whatever, it's darker. Yeah, it looks blue in here, but it's like green, Fred. It doesn't, I don't know why it looks blue in. Did it just change to the green? It's like a kind of an old school mint green looking deal. It does look blue though from here, and I don't know why. Exactly, Dad. Where his arm would hang out the window and where you get in at or where you shut it. So there's a lot more of that to do. But the lights are, I got to get that translucent paint to do the lights. But dig how scale this is. Leaf springs and those axles and those shocks. Come on, man. Kit build, I turned every screw on it. That is fun. That is fun. And dude, I had him cut off at the knees, and then I was shaving his butt and his back of his hamstrings off with a sander, and it still wasn't enough. It kind of is Aqua in a way. I think if you watch, if I get to making a real YouTube video with it, it'll turn up better, the colors of it in that. I need a muffler hung with wire. Dude, I thought I lost one of those door handles, Dad, the one on the back. And I was going to legit do a string like to emulate a rope. I remember your Dodge had a rope for a handle because it didn't have see, I got to do some pencil line and rubbing in where the colors are different because I did a crap job masking it. Yeah. Those kinds of things. I'm not going to go nutso on the sanding like I did on the FJ 45. I got FJ45, FJ40, and FJ55 right now. Crawlers. But I have another kit in the box. That's axial kit. But I want to get this done all the way first, which is airbrush time and washes. I feel like it needs lights too. It's got buckets for light, so I can add them really easy. It was a two-part, the interior was its own Lexan piece. Everything had to be cut. All the holes had to be drilled by me for all of the stuff that it has. Yeah. And a soup can covering a hole in the exhaust. Yeah. I used to love using soup can lids and corks to patch holes in some of the old houses and junk I worked on. It was cool to use because you would what the reason why was because when you would fix one of those old houses, you would find those kinds of patches. So it was always cool to use that same kind of method, when you were fixing it yourself. Yeah, I want to get all this done, and I'm using pencil on the panel lines and just smearing it with like my finger. And I'm gonna do what I want to do. I probably will mask off and try to do some weather seal or something on a couple of windows where it needs it, not all of them. And then I want to satin the whole thing, clear satin. But I got this, I use satin spray paint rattle can, but I sanded it with like 600 grit or something. And I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I don't know if I can get you. I just barely exposing the rust, but you can see I've knocked down even though it was satin, it still had a shine to it. So I knocked that down a bunch. Pre-hung metal front door at your house. Gelled one's fine. Man, that's all that has. It is. Because the servo. One thing about these stiffer leaf spring trucks is if you put axle extensions on it, you get that extra leverage to work against that suspension and get better looking articulation out of it. Kind of nice. Yeah, the ring light. If I let's see. Is that's a different hue. 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 Nah, still looks blue. Holy intensity, Batman. That's barely on right now. So yeah, hour 47. We're gonna wrap it up in a little while. Does it look green yet? Nope. It's got to be the computer because it looks green to me. So this is why I use the ring light, dudes. You probably could, Eddie, but I don't want to sand it all. I'm just gonna knock it down with something chemical. Well, you can actually kind of see not the color maybe, but how that 600 grit did pretty good knocking down. This little stuff here, like this back quarter panel, is some of my favorite patina, where it just barely shows up through the paint. Yeah, it is so much better with this. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna show you my oval car that I gotta paint still. This is a Traxxas Slash that I'm almost done with. That I'm gonna do oval with my buddies. It's got a Hobbywing system in it. Dude hooked it up for me, but he didn't ask me. And he put 4mm bullets in it. Oh, Mike Bird, this isn't the half of it, but thanks. But yeah, isn't it crazy? Look how little really the car is compared to how big the body is. It's gonna have quite a presence on the track, but yeah, oval racer. I'm gonna get this one painted up. It's still got the film on it on the outside. But two-wheel drive, rocking that oval on this is a late model oval car from Shark Bodies RC or something like that. Late model oval, man, like the spec slash class is what that is. And I'm gonna paint it up like a Porsche, I think. Boogeyman, have you seen this before, Evan? I thought you had. I think I'm gonna paint it. I gotta order the numbers up, man. That's what's slowing me down. But dude, this thing is so big looking for a Slash. But yeah, our buddy Boogeyman races these for real. I just want to see if it gets way too close. Golf racing scheme, exactly. So yeah, man, I'm pumped about this. So this project's got to happen. And since this is already here, I'm gonna do this before I do the how's that motor that smooth? Everything hooked up. There's a bird opinion on this dude. Oh yeah. The mesh hadn't been set up at all. Because that's a new Hobbywing system. The magnets will be strong. But I don't have the mesh isn't done yet. But my buddy redid the shocks and dialed it in, installed all the Hobbywing business in it. But he's got it so dialed in, it runs very smooth. And this to spin like that is pretty good. It's not, again, it's not hooked up to the motor, but this is, I mean, there's diff going on here, you know? So it's in good shape. I'm excited about getting it done. I miss racing with those dudes, and I want to do 1/8 scale. Yeah, yeah, it probably is with that body on it. I mean, it's a 10 scale Traxxas, but it probably is 8 scale with that on it. Let me pull up the paint scheme I want to do. Good bearings and setup. Yeah, my buddy races oval and does pretty good when he does. Let me do present screen business. Let me find the thing first. Images, because I don't want to run a video. So this is as good as image as anything. And yeah, I know it's a different car, but this is a hell of a picture here. Dude, that's so good looking. All right, so let me. What's up, Nudes? Can you put bigger right side tires on it? No. But you can do the Monte Carlo, Mike Bird, is awesome. But you can do all kinds of other tricks. Let's see. So we're gonna do remove this one. Let's share. This is the car I want to do. Oh. Let's see if I can mess this up. Oh, good. You can see what I'm showing you. Can you guys see? Yes. This is what I'm thinking of doing. Steve McQueen Golf. It's a Porsche. But everybody has the what I call hillbilly NASCAR branded up too much paint schemes on their late model stuff. I want this. I want this. And I think if I mask off the, can you see my cursor? Oh, I don't want to move the image. If I mask off where the lights are, I think that would work. or I could make it. I mean, it's blue and orange with a little bit of black on it. Man, so I need the Golf and the 20s is like the only real stickers I need. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. Otherwise, you look like everybody else's. Um, it will pale in comparison because boy, the Porsche body is gorgeous. But I mean, it emulates that to a degree. I mean, it really does. It really does. It's just not as sexy, you know? The Porsche's gorgeous. Let me pull up 3D light bucket would be awesome. Yeah. I mean, this looks amazing. Whatever I do will not look as nice as that. But gosh, those colors would pop on the track. Let's see. Will it let me do? Can you guys see what I'm putting up? Will it let you? It is. Is it letting you legit see what I'm doing? Yes, it is. Awesome. As long as I don't click off, we can kind of just look at all these. But this is, late model dirt oval kind of stuff right here. They're definitely not the Porsche, is what I'm getting at. Mud Boss, Sprint, stuff like that. But I like my idea. I like my idea. What body is that? 1/10 scale. Will it let me? It's not going to let me visit it. The Losi NASCAR should be awesome. I think those will be killer. I'm trying to see if you're actually able to see. No, you're not. What I'm doing. Nope, I got to stay there. Those are awesome. I think those will be fun. I think I love the idea of bigger. If they would work on dirt, that would be amazing, I think. But yeah, so I mean that's a really good look of a body. That's a nice one. Number 11 there, the green one. Oh, sick, Doughboy. Yeah. You're gonna have a ball with them. And I race off road, like jump tracks and stuff. So, but I've ripped oval track before with just like bashers and stuff and had a blast with my buddies. So I'm really pretty pumped up about this one I have. But I think going with the Traxxas was a smart idea because there's a lot of classes that do those. And I'm not out a whole ton of money like over dedicated race kit. So the fact that there's a Traxxas Slash kind of class, I think it's a good idea to do it that way. And until I was paying attention to this stuff, I would have thought these were the ugliest things alive. But what I really like is like the old school dirt oval when it's like a Chevelle or something like that, you know, or like this thing here. Oh yeah, RC sprint cars. There's all kinds of stuff. I just wanted to go with the Slash chassis to keep it cheap and simple while I'm deciding if I like it or not. Because, like I said, I've been doing off road. And yeah, that's one of my racers right there. My buggy's on the floor. But that's a short course truck up there with a cartoon paint on it. We're going to go in a minute, dudes. So this is really the same wheelbase and everything as that late model car, but more appropriate size. So this is my off-road clay track short course truck with a cartoon paint scheme I never done before in my life. And this is a nice Team Associated dedicated race kit chassis situation. Super plush. I mean, this is a nice rig. This is a nice rig. Yeah. So that's my cartoon short course truck. And whenever I show you guys the races, this is the one. It's hard to tell though from the races what's going on. But yeah, I'm not afraid to try stuff. Might as well show you the buggy real quick before we get out of here. And that's the buggy. It's definitely not as good a paint job, but same colors. I did them at the same time. Team Associated, 2-wheel drive. These are a blast. And you can jump the doll. I mean, you can really jump them, man. You know, they fly really good. We're running on clay, so slicks is what we like. These are good tires too. There are only a couple race days on these tires. Yeah. Looks small now after holding that other stuff. But yeah, good little car. Good little car. It's way more fun than I thought it would be. I drove somebody's 4-wheel drive stuff the other day though. Holy smokes. So good. Yep. I fly this one pretty good. Little B main winner, dude. Little B mainer. B main. Dude's got RCs, man. There's a ton in the garage still. All right, 2 hours, 6 minutes, guys. Anything you want to say last minute before I split? Thanks you guys for your support. Getting back to the work week, of course, tomorrow. Some of you don't. What's up, Roy? That's cool too. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good week. Get out there, fly, man, drive, crawl, whatever. Just have fun. Life's too short not to. And there's plenty of other serious things to suck up your attention. So enjoy pining over your next purchase like I always do, like my next little project. Like have something to think about. And what a blessing that is, if you're in that spot where we can think about what we want to get next or work on next or weather up next or whatever. There's a lot RC has to offer. And most of us come from, window shopping online is so fun. I mean, that's how us guys that you think know stuff. It's because we're just super fans of the hobby. And it started off just being, for a lot of us, airplanes, I know. And then it's grown into so much more, because for the longest time, I didn't even think twice about anything else. But I've been having fun with all of it. You know what I mean? And the thing is too, it is sometimes the weather, this and that, hard to, the planets have to almost align, right, for flying to work out sometimes. So it's really cool having some other little projects to work on. It can be plain stuff if you just want to tinker, but if you like in the wintertime, like we're racing these things inside. It's dark out at 5 in the winter and we're racing till 10. So off-road with jump tracks, buggy, short course, and then now going to get into this oval stuff, which I think I'm going to smoke dudes, to be completely honest. And if that's an ego thing, I don't think it is. I think it's just a confidence thing. I don't care if it is. I won't smoke dudes. I think racing is fun. Racing's fun. I liked racing go-karts a couple times. I did that too, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Andy talking about real flight. Let's try to help him out before we split. Fred Barron tomorrow night, guys. Fred Barron RC for the Real Flight Flying, 8675-309. Yeah, there's shifting. I mean, some of the nitro stuff has like transmissions that shift. Anything you can think of, man, it's out there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna try to win, Mike. And racing with my buddies on the oval. See, that's the thing. Before I raced for time, like officially, like club racing, we would race for fun all the time with just bashers and four-wheel drive, this and that. And so I already know we can do it pretty good, because I just know, because I've smoked dudes already. There's always a lot to learn, but I get the concept of why things work. And man, left-hand circuits, not even having to like jump and land and fly the truck right and hit the brake a million times because the track is super technical. Like, man, it's gonna be awesome. Just let her rip, Tater Chip. 4S Tim Smith on the pits. Cool. So yeah, Guys, check out Fred Barron tomorrow for the Real Flight show. Come fly at the Real Flight fly in at the Fred Barron RC YouTube channel. Or just come into the chat and watch. 24 scale nitro cars, I highly doubt it. That's pretty small. Somebody certainly has probably done it, but they're going to be running on a Cox 049 or something. You know what I'm saying? PC21, excellent flights today. So fun to get that out. I really have been jonesing on flying so much. And like I said, there's some of the new things I want really bad. But I got to just work with what I got right now. So be thinking about, if you're close, getting your butts to Neffy. Meet up and fly. Because that may be the only show I'm doing this year. Who knows? Who knows? When I worked for myself, I didn't have to worry about asking off. That's a little different now. Whenever I have a real job, I never want to ask off for very much. So, other shows through the week: Ray Guniak on Wednesday, Jeff in Lower Alabama Thursday, Zoom on Friday, Bobby's doing Saturdays, and I'm doing Sundays. So we'll see you. If you didn't give it a like yet, you're awful. You can make up for it on your way out. And if you already did give it a like, you can give it a like again. And that will take it away, your first one. It will neutralize your first like. That's what that is. That's what happens then. All right, guys. So I'm here in a new room. Hopefully I get used to this space and get it figured out. I actually have ideas. I have a big monster butcher block table that will be really great to spread out on and build and fix planes on. I'm on a small, like half-size buffet table right now, which isn't big enough to do much. So I got to build some legs, do some urethane, and get that butcher block ready to go. It's a big old chunk of butcher block. It needs sanded and finished. And I got to build some legs for it. And I want to make it a stand-up style set. And I can sit on a bar stool or something like that. But I think standing up for fixing things is my favorite. When you guys work on your planes and stuff, are you sitting down? No, probably not. Who would want to be? But when we're stuck behind a camera on a stream, like sometimes we are stuck wrestling the item in a short situation, kind of sit down. I'd rather be set up for wider shot on a bigger table. So we'll do something. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Always look forward to the show. It was kind of cool to get in here into this different room. I'm going to redo those shelves for the cars. I need to put in another 1 or 2 shelves for them. But I want to save enough room for planes so people don't just think it's a car show, because it's not. It's everything, but this is the airplane channel. Gateway drug was the airplanes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your viewership, contributions, friendships, all of that. We will see you in the next one. We're out of here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Boom. Greener Shaded Pale, thanks, man. Thanks for coming every Sunday night. But check out the rest of the channel, really. RC Truck playlist. The other guy that was in here that seemed to be kind of surprised he stumbled into some Surface stuff. What was his name? Doe something. Yeah, check out the RC Truck playlist. If you do short form content, I don't really make as much anymore, but my Instagram has some really neat reels on it. And there's some pretty all right YouTube shorts as well. So you guys that gobble up the short form content, follow me on those things too. Links to all my short form content, my website, all that garbage is in the description. Thanks so much for taking that time. Costs you nothing but consideration to just do that extra click to help support the channel with those affiliate commissions. It really means the world. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Bye now.